Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be doing the chocolate book tag because I've been eating this giant box of chocolate for the last week and it seems like the timely time to talk about chocolate with books, you know, two of my favorite things. I wasn't tagged by anybody in particular, but I found out about this video as I do most things from Prue's Project, so I'll link her video down below as well as the original video down below, so let's get started! The first question is dark chocolate. A book that covers a dark topic such as abuse, domestic violence, rape, loneliness, bullying, death, etc. And so for this, I am choosing The Unbound by Victoria Schwab, which I don't want to come off as saying that this book is uber mega dark, oh man, it's so dark, but there are definitely some really intense, dark-ish elements in this book, and I definitely think Victoria Schwab does a really good job writing it, but it's definitely got some shades in it, some darkness, yes. The next one is White Chocolate, your favorite lighthearted humorous read. And for that, I am picking Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett, which is not only a fun, lighthearted read, but is also my favorite book ever. As you can tell, it has been read many a time and sent to many a people. So this book is basically about the apocalypse is coming, and there's this demon named Crowley and this angel named Azrael, who I may have said his name incorrectly, who basically don't want the Earth to end. They like the Earth, they like humans, and so they are trying to essentially kind of stop the apocalypse from happening. And also, many a year ago, somebody seems to have misplaced the Antichrist. So if you like Terry Pratchett books, he does the Discworld series, or if you like Neil Gaiman books, which his most famous is probably American Gods, but he's written a bazillion things, you'll definitely really like this book. This book is really fun, it's definitely really funny, I laugh a lot, and that is probably why I read it the most. Next is Milk Chocolate, a book that has a lot of hype that you're dying to read. So I don't actually physically have it, but I'm really interested in reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, which is a contemporary YA novel. The concept is basically that there's this girl who writes letters to different boys that she has been in love with and has had a crush on, and she never mails the letters, she just puts them in this hat box under her bed, and then one day all of the letters get sent, and it's sort of just about what happens after that. And I think the concept sounds really cool, and I think I've been hearing a lot of good things on BookTube about it, and I have hope that it's a good concept and that it's going to hold it out through and not become one of those YA books that is sadly not very good. So, big hopes there. Chocolate with a Caramel Center. Name a book that made you feel all gooey in the middle while you were reading it. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, also a book I don't physically have. I really loved Fangirl for so many different reasons. I think mostly because the romance was really well written and cute, and I liked that a lot. And I also really identified a lot with the main characters, so I feel like it was just sort of a combination of those two things. Fangirl, for those who don't know, is the story of Cass, who goes away to university, and she is basically about her first year in university. Her big thing that she does is she writes fan fiction for sort of this Harry Potter ripoff thing called Simon Snow. And it's sort of just her first year of school. It was good. It was an interesting story. It reminded me of when I was in school. It was nice. Next is Wafer-free Kit-Kat. Name a book that surprised you lately. So I feel like this one is specifically trying to get you to say super positive things about something. I'm unfortunately going to use this to complain about a book I recently read, which was Untold by Sarah Rees Brennan, which is the second book in the Lindburn legacy. This book was really not that great. It was 350 pages, and maybe 50 pages of that was actual plot resolution. And it was 300 pages of melodrama, romantic melodrama. It wasn't even building up to the final confrontation, and the final confrontation in the book is literally 10 pages. It was really, I was really upset with this book. Snickers, a book that you're going nuts about. So right now, I am so in love, as I always am every 3 months when a new trade comes out, with Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and art by Fiona Staples. And I know I've talked about this a lot recently, but this series is super, super good. Even if you don't like comics, even if you don't like graphic novels, you just should pick it up and check it out. Just try out the first one. Again, warning, there's kind of adultish content, so if you're a kid or whatever, check with your parents. But it's a really great sci-fi series, and I love it so much, and the art is really great. I could show you. Look how great this art is. Look at it. It's so good. It's such great art. And the coloring, and you really should take your time to read this. As someone who reads a lot of comics and not only superhero comics, I would say this is probably one of the top things that I've read recently. So check it out. Honorable mention also going out to Sailor Moon, which is, even though the manga series has been completed and retranslated in America, there's been a whole bunch of really exciting announcements about Sailor Moon in terms of the animated series that's coming back to the US, and so I'm really excited about all that. Hot Chocolate with Cream and Marshmallows. What book would you turn to for a comfort read? I normally, like most people, turn to Harry Potter when I want to have a read that's really fun and easy and lovely. And sadly, I don't have any of my Harry Potter books here, but hopefully soon I will get them back here and I can read them whenever I need them comforting. And then the last question, box of chocolates. What series have you read that you feel has a wide variety and a little something for everyone? So for this, I'm going to actually recommend 2 series by the same author. The first series is The Parasol Protectorate by Gail Carriger. It is 5 books long. Here are all of them. Aren't they great? The first book is Solace. Basically, this is set in steampunk Victorian England and tells the tale of Alexia Terabati, who is a spinster who also doesn't have a soul. And there's other supernatural elements in this world. There's vampires and werewolves, and there's all fun adventures happen in this, and it's really great, and I really enjoy it a lot, and so I would highly recommend checking that out. And then the other series by Gail Carriger that's still currently being written is the Finishing School series, which so far consists of these 2 books, the first one being Etiquette and Espionage. And basically this is also set in the same world as the Solace books. Our main character, Sophrana, whose name I can never ever say correctly, goes to a finishing school aboard a dirigible, which is like the giant blimpy things. And so it's a finishing school for young ladies to learn, you know, how to curtsy and do all those things. But it's also basically an assassin/spy school. So that's also super fun. So I recommend these. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of adventure, there's a little bit of romance, it's really funny. Definitely recommend for pretty much everybody. So that is the end of the tag. I'm going to tag, because I did my research this time, Elena from Books and Bears, as well as Jackie from Jack Squeeb 1985. I swear, I will someday learn how to say that correctly. I will link to both of their channels down below. I hope you guys are doing great. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!